But more important than any of those things, okay? Big news for losers like me. Huge news. Huge news. I don't even want to spoil it. I just want to show it to you guys. Homestuck is getting an animated series.
Happy birthday, bro! Did the beta come yet?
I think it arrived, but my...
Dude, that sounds like a porno. Did the beta come yet? Sorry. I don't know. I didn't hear it when I was by myself. Stream does something to me, dude. Stream fucking does something to me. When I'm on stream, suddenly everything sounds fucking insane. Okay. Sorry. Pretend like you didn't hear that.
Beta come yet?
I think it arrived, but my dad probably has it. I've been trying to avoid him, as you can well imagine.
John, you're not wearing one of your silly disguises, are you? It would be a shame to make a fool of yourself in front of a gentleman such as your father.
Look in the sky, numbnuts!
What's that?
I'm so glad I never got into this. Why? What do you mean? What the fuck was that? This is gonna be overcooked dog shit, isn't it? Yeah, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. No idea what's going on. There was this... You know, let me just read the Wikipedia for you guys. Homestuck is an internet fiction series created by American author and artist Andrew Hussey, fourth and best known of his 4 MS Paint adventures, originally ran from 2009 to 2016. Though normally described as a webcomic and partly constituted by a series of single-panel pages, it also relied heavily on flash animations, instant message logs to convey its story, along with the occasional use of browser games. It's dope. It was a dope work of fiction, okay? Back from my era. Toho greater than Homestuck? Wrong. Okay, as much as I love Toho, all right? And really, it's more that you guys had Bad Apple, which did numbers for the community, and we just didn't have that, okay? All right. But all you need to know is that it's 8,000 pages, over 800,000 words. Almost all of it is written in second person. All right? Wait, the concept sounds kind of cool. Its plot centers on a group of teens who triggered the inevitable destruction of Earth by installing the beta version of an upcoming PC game, Spurb. Teens soon come into contact with a group of internet trolls who are revealed to be horned aliens, and these trolls work with the kids to create a new universe by completing the game. Yeah, it's good. Are we going to see a revitalization of Homestuck cosplays taking over conventions? Dude, let's bring back the gray bathtubs. Yes, yes, yes. No, do not bring back buckets. Don't bring back. That was always like the worst part. Okay, that was always the worst part. All right, stop. Anyways, please. Dude, it's a big day for annoying people like me. It's a big day. Anyways, yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited. I know that the series is going to suck because the original series isn't good either. It's kind of like... No, because I recently watched Blade and it was very entertaining and it was hilarious. I'm trying to think of a work of fiction that's not good, but it has like a very cult-like audience. But nothing comes to mind. MCU? No, it has to be not so mainstream. Mm,
Did the beta come yet?
Firefly is a good example. Firefly is a great example where people really liked Firefly for some bizarre reason, even though the show itself was not good. But people were just obsessed with it for some bizarre reason. The Room doesn't count because like everybody likes The Room. It's not like a weird like everybody likes The Room because it's bad, right? It's not a controversial opinion. Firefly was ass, but I loved it. I watched like 4 episodes. I was like, okay. I didn't really. The problem is all of the female characters were written so fucking poorly. So I couldn't get past like the first couple episodes. I was like, these characters suck. Oh my god. No, they weren't. Dude, go back and watch it in 2025, okay? Go back and watch it. It was like literally the character is either almost all of the female characters were like manic pixie dream girl, and that was it. It was like uh, uh, uh. You say this when One Piece is right there, but One Piece is good, right? Joss Whedon writing bad female characters but getting a pass because they're all badass. Who would have guessed? Like, this is the core. This is so core. It's like there's this specific audience member who like really looks back on certain shows with a certain fondness. And they're like, no, the female characters weren't bad. I liked them. And it's like, okay, just because you like them doesn't mean they weren't bad. The point is that they were made only to be appealing, which is boring. And not entertaining or interesting. Oh, I'm talking about female characters. Oh, no, One Piece. Well, the crazy thing about One Piece is the female characters actually have really good stories. And they have really good, like, lore dumps and arcs and personalities. It's just like the way that he draws all the characters. It's either you're like ugly hag or just 2 giant circles and an X, but very literally. They had no flaws. That's why Firefly was whatever. Yeah. We don't talk about Joss Whedon. Yeah. Yeah. But anywho, Robin made me cry multiple times. I know, right? Right? Oda's female characters are great. Oda just horny as hell. Exactly. Yes, exactly. You are wrong. About what? Firefly? Dude, you can just like I don't get why people feel this way. You can just like things that are bad. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Or things that have bad not concepts, but parts of them. Oda just a booba engineer, dude, for real. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True. Have you watched James Gunn's Superman? Great movie, dude. Fucking great movie. That's the best evidence. Dude, Superman is the best evidence that these chatters have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Slowly realizing Denim has the worst taste in movies and TV shows, but we still love her anyways. Oh, okay, so let me guess. You hate Superman? Because I loved Superman. I thought it was really well done. I thought all the characters were really fun. I thought the comic relief was good. I thought the plot was decent. I thought the fight scenes were excellent. Excellent. No, I loved it. Best superhero movie in a while. Okay, well then, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Superman was boring as fuck. You can like things that are bad, Denims. No shame. I mean, if you want to be the brave chatter that shits on Superman in here, please, by all means, get eaten alive by chat. Please, go for it. They didn't explain where the poop goes in the glass cube prison cells. I don't want to think about that. I actually don't want to think about that. How do you find what a good movie / TV show is? Good characters, compelling characters. I think like you can have the shittiest plot and you can have like some of the worst universe and like terrible visuals if the characters are really strong. I think if you have strong characters, everything else can be secondary and you can still have like a 9 out of 10 movie. But the characters have to be strong. What do you think of the female characters in Foundation? I haven't seen that. Cute pair of sunglasses, a headband. Dude, so right, Dalai Lama. Okay, but anyways. Nothing in recent years has captured my attention like Game of Thrones did a decade ago. Yeah, Game of Thrones was a big one. It was a big one. I only watched it way after, but I still don't know the ending that everybody hated. I went back and watched it, I don't know, in 2022 or something. For some reason, the first episode just didn't hit for me. And I've rewatched, I had to rewatch the first episode like 5 times before it finally before I was able to like watch the second episode of the first season. I don't know why. And then it's great. It's really good. That's my most Game of Thrones L take. Just that the first episode didn't reel me in hard enough. I just was like, it's okay. I mean, it sounds okay. But then after you get through, I would say like once you're sold on the universe, like 3 episodes in, then you're good. Then you're totally in. I think that the first 3 episodes are just very dedicated to like world building. Which is fair. And then I only watched the first 5 seasons, so the writing just went down the drain. And I was like, I don't care about how this ends. I really don't care. Dude, yes, The Expanse. Wait, could someone finally tell me what happens at the end of Game of Thrones? Because I actually don't know. I just know people got really mad. Bran is king. They all get Starbucks. Basically, all of them die in the end. I don't want to talk about that. It makes me sad. Have you seen Foundation? Phenomenal series? No, I have not. Foundation, 2021. A complex saga of humans scattered on planets throughout the galaxy, all living under the rule of the Galactic Empire. Is this in, like, the Star Wars universe? Or is it, like, a different Galactic Empire? Asimov novel? Oh. No, it's Legacy Distinct Star Wars? Okay. To be fair, Galactic Empire doesn't have to, like I said, it doesn't have to reference Star Wars, but that's when I vote. Okay, moving on. Space opera? Ooh. Maybe I'll put it on my list. Maybe I will put it on the list. Let me write it down right now. Okay. Moving on. Shall we get into it for today for our big Sunday Funday stream? Shall we? Because I'm ready to have a good time. The Expanse is a goat, needs another season. Ah, dude. The Expanse is like actually so fucking good. I binged the shit out of that show. It's so good. Admittedly, the worst thing about The Expanse, it ran out of book, but it did a good job with how it ran out of book. That's like, it was very good. There are only 2 things that were annoying. One is that because it ran out of book, it ended on like this weird cliffhanger on something else. And I was like, no, but I wanted to know what happened. But that's just like, they just didn't have more material. So anyways, number 2, Why is chat lying? Did it not run out of book? Whatever. Whatever it was. They like introduced a new plot point. I looked into it later. They introduced a new plot point, but they didn't elaborate on it because that was the last season and like the last episode. The last episode I was left wanting. I was like, wait, but you didn't even, we started this whole storyline about this thing and then no, but I wanted to see more. So there was that. And then the second thing was, oh, the acting it's a little bad in the first season. The acting hurts a little bit in the first season. Okay. It's a little bit brutal. The first, like every season has some bad acting moments. The first season is particularly offensive. It was a little offensive. But other than that, I'm not joking. It's like it's basically perfect in every other way. It's like it's basically perfect in every other way. The one thing that I would normally shit on that show for would be like Alex, the Alex character, constantly he like doesn't even talk to other characters. He just has these annoying monologues and nobody cares about him. Literally no one cares. But it was like he's such a bad actor and it was so funny to watch him act these monologues so poor. Like it just looked like a 2020s dude trying to live out like this like fantasy like futuristic sci-fi. And I was just not sold, but it was funny as shit about it. But I can only assume you were talking about the Belters and I think they were perfect. No. The Belters were fine. The Belters were good. I'm talking about Alex, the pilot. He's not a good actor. Didn't he go insane IRL too? They literally had to cut his character out because he kept sexually assaulting women and harassing them. Like when I looked into it, I was like, wait, what? What is this ending? And it's like, oh, they just needed to get this actor off the show. That's funny as shit. But anyways, ends up being a terrible IRL. But yeah, his acting was not good. It was not good. And it's funny because when the show cuts him out of the series, you're like, oh, finally, the Alex monologues are over. And then they just like start, the rest of the crew reminisces about him. And they're like, man, we sure miss him. He was the best. I know at a time right now, he'd be droning on about this and that. And you're like, how do you guys still manage to put Alex monologues in? Oh my God. Oh God. He's not important in the books either. Yeah. Dude, my earbud keeps like connecting and disconnecting. And it's really pissing me off. All right. Okay. Upcoming Expanse game. Whoa. Oh, dude. I hope it's as good as like, well, I don't know if anything can be as good as Mass Effect, but moving on. Enough about this.